Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. DOT is hovering in the micro support zone. I think DOT looks kind of ready to rally, but obviously that's a very subjective assessment. I cannot rule out another low. I think it is highly likely another low. Objectively, I have to lean towards one more low because we have seen a downtrend from the March highs, and one more low is technically sort of, I'm not, it's not missing. You can count it as complete, but it would look best with one more low into the 539 to 560 area. So that's the sort of neutral assessment, but the reluctance of the price to come down indicates that we might go up straight away. Bitcoin also, to be honest, looks poised for another rally. Bitcoin looks poised for another rally. I mentioned that earlier today on Discord, and see, all I can highlight is that we are still in the range. I mentioned to you that there are two wave counts. The white count definitely allows for another low, but I also mentioned that in the white count we're dealing with an unreliable Elliott Wave triangle. Now they are not normally so unreliable, but in the current cycle, they really they really haven't been reliable at all. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But in the current cycle, they've been so unreliable, and therefore I'm rather, skeptical about these triangles. I'm really skeptical about these triangles. In addition, we have a possible 5-wave move to the upside from the Monday, the 13th of May low. But also here, it is a pretty ugly one. The third wave is a little bit too short, and the fourth wave is a little bit too shallow. So I'm not trusting that one. It could easily be a WXY structure to the upside instead. So it remains to be seen, but we have very clear parameters to watch. For example, the yellow count, which is the directly bullish count and allows for an upside breakout from here, needs to hold the wave 2 low. That's the invalidation point, right? So that's the yellow count, a diagonal pattern which should reach in 5 waves $9.37. That is really only valid as long as this wave 2 low is holding there. Okay, only. So this is like the objective invalidation point. If that level breaks, then also there's really not much more I could do in terms of the yellow count. Already below $6.59, and that's the purpose of the micro support area here. So it's like, I'm adding that micro support. Already, if that zone is breaking and the price sustains below it, probabilities for the white count are increasing. But you know what I mentioned many times is that when these triangles are completed, they are typically followed by a pretty aggressive momentum. So in this case, it would be downward momentum. The white count is an Elliott Wave triangle, which should break to the opposite side of the E wave. Now, I don't know how you interpret this, but I don't see any aggressiveness there to the downside. That definitely leaves the door open for higher. Now, that doesn't mean we have to go up straight away. This support region could be tested a little lower. Below 659, the white count will become more probable. You already have the next downside targets. And if we break above the $7.31 level, if we break above the $7.31 level, then you're looking for a possible C wave to the upside, right? You could count that as a 1 and a 2 to the downside then in wave C, but it's a very ugly one. Okay, so break below above 731 would be like the next breakout to the upside point, and then 745 is the next resistance, and then 761. They are all very close together. So I guess if one breaks, there's a good chance to break the other ones as well. Pay attention to the descending trend line in purple as well. And yeah, overall, we've seen this descending broadening wedge. These are typically bullish patterns, reversal patterns, but the market hasn't really done much after breaking out. So still very much in a holding pattern situation, waiting for clarity basically, waiting for a breakout. We need a breakout signal. The pullback areas are well defined. Overall bullish on this chart against $4.60. That's looking at the bigger picture. As long as we're holding 460, I'm looking at like $50 plus for this bull run. So basically the next rally could take us to high $20, $30, and then maybe we get another wave 4, 5, and then we're there, $50, right? So it can happen quickly, but to really confirm that we've bottomed, I need to see those 5 waves filled in, right? 1, 2, this is all part of the third wave, would need to reach 878, then a fourth wave and a fifth wave. Once we get these 5 waves completed, we can call that a wave 1. a subsequent corrective pullback should follow. We call that a wave 2. And then from there, a third wave rally should begin. That's sort of how I see this. And really, we need those 5 waves because in this entire structure, there hasn't been any 5-wave move to the upside. So it is very balanced in terms of probabilities at the moment, unfortunately. But you have some very clear small support areas to watch if you want to use them to, like pivots, if you want to use them to position yourselves. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.